All right, second graders, you just listened to the story titled Pedal Power. Now we are going to complete our activity by filling out the graphic organizer on page 266 in your turn practice book. Let's remind ourselves, what is author's purpose? An author writes nonfiction to answer, explain, or describe information about a topic. An author may have strong beliefs about a topic and write to persuade or convince the reader to feel the same way. An author might write a story to entertain readers. So as we think about our story, Pedal Power, we are going to ask ourselves, what is it the author wants us to learn or know from reading this text? Why did the author write it? What was their purpose? This is what page 266 looks like in your turn practice book. Together, we will identify 2 clues from the story, and then you will come up with the author's purpose. Why did the author write this story? Let's start on page 1. What is energy? And zoom in. Energy is the ability to do work. Solar energy comes from the sun. It's a silent source of energy because it makes no sound. There is also energy that comes from wind and water. Did you know that energy can come from people too? When you pedal a bike, you produce energy. Second graders, I'm going to stop and think. What has the author told me or introduced to me so far? This author has talked a lot about different types of energy. Where can energy come from? That's right. There's solar energy, wind energy, and water energy. But did you also know that it can come from people? We can pedal a bike, the wheels spin, and create energy. So this is our first clue about what the author is trying to teach us, the reader, about. First clue. The author explains that energy can come from the sun, wind, water, and from people pedaling bikes. That is our first clue that will hopefully point us in the right direction to decide the author's purpose, why they wrote the story. Take a moment to write down your clue and then press play when you're ready to continue. On the second page titled Bicycle-Powered Energy, let's see what we learn. And zoom in. The author is explaining to us how bicycle-powered energy works. It says, here's how bicycle-powered energy works. When a student pedals the bike, the rear wheel spins. The wheel spins the generator. The generator produces electricity. So you can see in this diagram, which is a text feature, you can see the different parts of the bicycle and how it is connected to the generator and the battery to store the energy. So the author on this page was showing us and teaching us how bicycle-powered energy works. As long as a student pedals the bicycle, electricity flows or runs through the generator. It can be used right away, or it can be stored in a battery. The author is trying to explain to the reader how bicycle energy works. So our second clue is describing how bicycle energy works. When a student pedals their bike, the wheels spin the generator, creating energy or electricity. Take a moment to write down your second clue. All right, and now it is time for you to decide what was the author's purpose. After you listen to this story and you've worked on identifying these 2 clues, ask yourself, why did the author write this story? What does the author hope you learn from reading the text? That will lead you to the author's purpose. What was this text mostly about, and what did you learn from reading it?